G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTD. We are outside Lunas today and train 34 is waiting in depot, which is really exciting for everyone. As usual, off camera I went through and replaced all the old vehicles that didn't seem very exciting to replace. You know, basically a like for like thing, and whoop-de-doo. But yeah, what are we doing at Lunas? Well, I was having a bit of a cruise around and I noticed we had 4,151 passengers here, which is incidentally the same number as the number of Pokemon available these days. Now you'll notice one of them, no, he's gotten on that train, okay, good for him. Well, yeah, 4,000, pretty much all of them want to go to Frendale. I don't know if they actually want to go to Frendale. 274 people are just winging it. But yeah, there's a lot of destinations available on this line, and we're probably not running enough trains to satisfy. I mean, 1,100 of them want to go to Broly City via Frendale from Lunas. So they want to go there, and they think the best way to go is, yep, something like that. So that tells me we don't have enough trains going to Broly City. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip out our map, and oh look, oh, I've already set it up for us. Isn't that exciting? No, I want to move the map around. There we go. Let's just get it right. So for some reason they're going from Lunas to Frendale and all the way around here, down here, just to get to Broly City. And I can only assume it's because this route here, between Lunas and the ferry wharf here, is completely oversaturated. Because as you can see, after the ferry wharf, all is well. So I'm not sure what to make of that. What I'm thinking is we just chuck more trains on this line overall, because they do come down this way to Broly City anyway. And hopefully some people will have the option to go the quicker way. So what trains are we running on there? I think we're running like class 37s. I think that's what they're called. EE Type 3s. Where the hell I got 37 from, I have no idea. Maybe that's its real world counterpart. Yeah, they're not... Well, that one's not making a great amount of money. This year he is. Last year he didn't. So they're not hemorrhaging money. Some of them are. But again, you've made money this year. I don't know what the rhyme or reason to it is. I'm blaming passenger destinations for that and my general ineptitude in playing this game as a whole. That's a lot of trams that we're getting rid of. Bye. I probably did not build enough trams to replace them, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. So what I'm thinking is we need more trains on this route, and we need better trains. Like, no offense, guys. You know, we need faster trains, we need longer trains. I mean, we've got 4 tile stations, 930 odd people. Are you all waiting for the bus? No, only 115 of you are. Good, okay. 4 tile stations and only 3 tile trains. So any replacement we build, we can immediately bump up. So yeah, they do keep on going up through Pinshaw, and that is a very long railway line through Chunchurch. Is that the only trains running up this way? Yeah, no wonder it's such a hit and miss line, because they've got the longest route. Where did we send the runs? Where did we send the ones that go on this line? Where do you guys go? You guys turn around at Winburg Bay City Terminal. That's down here, isn't it? Yeah, so you guys are turning around down here. So we've probably got them arse about. We probably should have sent them along the big whoop-de-doo line. But I suspect it was in case I did want to separate these 2 lines through here, because obviously they pop out on the same side they come in on. But yeah, so let's investigate a better train for this line. So we've got 14 trains at the moment. We could easily increase that probably up to 20, given how much traffic we're actually running on that line. Now, I'm assuming we're going to go diesel again. We could really go the HST, although it does seem like a bit of overkill. Whereas on the other hand, the Express Sprinter seems a bit poo. No offense, Express Sprinter, but you know, it just doesn't seem to stack up. So we could go the Type 4. I realise that seems to be a bit of a staple, but I get the feeling it was a bit of a staple in real life too. And how pretty is this? All of our little commuter trains all shuffling around doing their thing. What else could we do? We could, well, yeah, okay, well, that's pretty much it. The Type 4, the Express Sprinter, or the HST. I do feel the HST is overkill. So why don't we run a trial between an Express Sprinter who wants high-speed carriages because he's a precious little sod. Again, my problem is the power to weight ratio. So what is your power? 100 kilo whatever's 811 horsepower, and you are 270 kilo whatever and 2,600 horsepower. Okay, bit of a discrepancy there. Because what I'm thinking is we might have to double up on these units just for realism purposes. I mean, I think in real life they only come in 2-car trains. They don't actually come with trailer carriages at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider running, let's see, we want an 8-car train. So we'll then whack on another couple of carriages on there. There we go. Okay. So we'll try running one of these. We'll send you out. Where do you start? Broly City, Stanbridge City, Panhall. Yeah, you should be able to figure it out from there. And what we'll do is we'll also look at the Type 4 and give him some suitable carriages as well. So we'll grab a mail carriage for him. Oh, he changed colour. I really need to pick a better colour scheme. And he changed colour again. Yeah, I've really got to do better for our passenger trains. So what do we say? 4-tile station. That's sufficient. So we'll go ahead and share your orders because you guys are, the team that is been deployed. I don't know what I was trying to say there. And we'll periodically check in and see how those two are doing. I strongly suspect the Class 47... No, why did I call it 47? It's a Type 4. Maybe that's its real life... I don't know. I don't even know why I'm saying half the things I say on any given day about any given topic. I mean, ask my opinion on ducks. I can talk for hours about ducks. I like them because they quack and they have fluffy feathers and they come up and they eat them. No, we're getting off topic. So far they're both losing money, which is a great start. But yeah, as I was saying, I suspect the Type 4 is going to outperform the Type diesel multiple unit thing. The Sprinter, Express Sprinter, that thing. Yeah. Because just reduced running costs. I mean, what do you cost to run? 114... Oh, you're only costing 87, actually. You might be a more viable option. Okay. Yes, okay. Well, I will check in and see how those two are doing. Oh, Road Vehicle 7. Oh, good for you. Okay, well, you guys gone. Bye-bye. What else are we doing? Train 100 is getting on. Mate, you just missed the boat, buddy. Ooh, we've got logs up here we can do something with. How would we get them to where we want to get them to? And where do we want to get them to? Oh, we've also got more logs down here. Yeah, okay, something's lining up here. Just seat them a pants style. Because currently we're sort of shipping all of our logs down here. But periodically they have an oversupply of wood and therefore the sawmill stops accepting wood. So my concern is we don't want to oversupply with wood. On the other hand, that might just be because 2 ships have come in at the same time and it's just a freak accident thing. So the way to get the wood down there would probably be to rail it down the coast here. From here, we could use, there it is, we could use the existing line down here, have a new freight line come across down here, and then we could either rail it down to the wharf here, which I like, I'm a big fan of that option, or we could chuck it on a boat up here, which, there goes South Windberg Clay Pit. We were using that, but that's fine. How are you doing, buddy? Did we set this train up last time or the time before? I don't know. I remember being all excited about setting up the clay trains, and there's another forest there. That one arguably a lot easier to connect up to the existing network. Yeah, go away train, whatever. How are we doing with the clay pit over here? 319 tonne of clay. Okay, that's not too bad. We're doing quite well there. Good, right, yes. Well, we may as well connect up this forest first, seeing as it's pretty much on the existing coal and wood line, freight line, the thing with the stuff and the people and the guys come out and blah, 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 blah. Now, so we'll chuck a new signal in there just so we can put a set of points in here because that makes sense. And then we'll split this new siding off there and just sort of beeline it out there. I realise saying it is not the same as building it. I'm lazy, so I'm just going to put a bridge in there because, well, let's be brutally honest, that's all engineers do in real life. They're like, I could raise the land here. No, I just put a bridge in. Now, hopefully that is close enough to the forest that I can chuck a good old-fashioned freight station in there. There we go. Let's go. We can go 7. We probably only need the 1 platform though, and then we'll obviously put the mandatory buffer stop down. Now I didn't check if that supplied wood or not, so let's just, yes it does. Very good. Yeah, I knew that. I was testing you, just making sure that the Class 66 is available. That's a thing. I don't know what it does, so I'm going to say no thank you, because I'm pretty sure we're using 40 Type 4s. What are you? You're a Type 4, I think. Yes. You carry steel, though, so you are literally no use to me. Where's the wood train naffed off to? He comes in here, doesn't he? You're an actual train. Let's have a look. Maybe he doesn't come in here. Oh, no, hang on. No, do we take the wood down to... Are we taking the wood down to this sawmill? Interesting. Is that? I really should pay more attention to my own game. Yes, because we're creating the lumber here, and then we're railing the lumber down here. That's what we're doing. That's right, because the sawmill did run out of capacity. Adoy. Yeah, okay. I really should familiarize myself with my own save game before actually, launching into the tirade of bullshit that I'm probably quite well known for. So let's have a look. Type 4. That's the one we want to go with. Or we could go with 58. What are you? 128 clicks, 152. What sort of wagon are we looking at for logs? Wood, 104. Ooh, timber wagon, 112. Hello. So it doesn't matter that this 58 has a lower top speed. So let's try one of them out. Let's just see where that brings us. Let's go timber wagon because, they're new and different and cool. And let's go the maximum length because I don't need a brake fan. I don't know why. I haven't needed a brake fan for 2 decades or 3 decades or a while. We'd like you to carry wood, 340 tons, please. I bet this forest doesn't produce NEM66. Okay, so this train's not going to make a lot of money. And we're not running it down there, you dingus. We're going to run it down here. Cool. And which depot do you belong to? You belong to this depot here. Very good. So you, sir, go forth and load me some logs. And, generally make a good showing of yourself for your new engine design thing that we've gone with. Well, you're already holding up this chap, so that's good. We'll give him a new signal down there just for argument's sake. Okay, 112 k's an hour. I'm not opposed to this. In fact, we probably should have put that train on the far longer wood route, which comes all the way up here to this forest, instead of chucking him on the new forest, because we've got the Type 4s and the Boogie Bolster B, which again sounds like some sort of weird band. Well, there goes Bond Grove Factory, Bond Grove. Also, they seem to have an abundance of food processing plants. We are using this one, not this one. So fully expect this one to close on us at some point. Oh, look at that! Trains on all sides. I love it. And clearly the electric train is proving superior. And there goes Menley Brickworks. We won't using that. That's not a problem. Oh, coal mine. Hello. Where is Menley? I get the feeling that's... Nope, that is not where I thought it was. I assumed it was over on the island. Okay, so the coal mine there, probably not useful. I'm pretty sure we're still struggling down at the steel mill here. Yeah, we've just got a lot of everything here, but we've still got way too much coal. So that's the takeaway from that. How are you doing? You're making some good money. I'm really liking this now that we're actually showing a profit every year, as opposed to, the first... What episode are we on? Like 31? As opposed to the first 30 episodes where we did bugger all. Yeah. See, I can admit it. I'm hopeless. So we've connected that forest up. So, unless we can find a better sawmill... let's have a look at the map. Whoop, we got some lag. I should not have zoomed out that much. Zoom in. That'll get rid of the lag. Very good. Let's open this and look at industries. No, let's there we go. Right click, dummy. Okay, so we want to disable all, and we are looking for sawmills. Okay. Everyone sing out if you see a good sawmill, and we may as well turn the forest back on so we can see where they are. Okay, so we've got these 2 forests here we want to connect up. Yeah, we've got a sawmill up here. That doesn't really benefit us because we'd then be running the logs. Oh, I don't know, it is kind of on a railway line the whole way. And then we just have to sort of connect the lumber up down to the line here. Or we have a sawmill up here, which would be counterproductive to transport to because it's like, well, why aren't you transporting that wood there? We may as well just go with the existing one over here at Great Lesningham then. In which case, we'll need to connect you up to the main line. And then you need to somehow... Oh, no, you get on the goods line at Plesbrook there, so that's fine. And you at St. Gradingport, you need to connect up near Stanbridge City somewhere, so that's not a problem. Yep, see, I told you we had too much coal. Told you, called it. Another coal mine there. Be wonderful if we had some actual iron ore mines around. Plenty of power stations, but I have no real interest in taking coal to power stations. I'd rather... I guess save the coal mines for the steel mill. Not that the steel mill's struggling for coal. But it is frustrating sort of when all the iron ore mines close down and you can't find iron ore. It's the same thing if all the coal mines close down except the ones you're using to transport to power stations. But I'm getting a bit off topic here. So this is a nice easy connection. So we'll just plug you into the existing siding here. How is your production? 64 tons. Okay, so it's not spectacular. Can we fit in a big siding here? I want to say we can, which probably means we can't. Oh, no, we can. 7. There we go. Perfect. All going according to plan. Drop a couple of signals down there. That is not a heavily trafficked line. I think it's just the one coal train that's using that. In fact, I think it's the no coal trains that are using that because, yeah, we stopped running coal out of here because, oh, ship 8 has a void order. That's probably important. No, I don't care. Yep, that's what's your problem? Where's your void order? You have nowhere to load. Oh, I'm assuming your oil rig closed. That's okay. I'm glad we caught that. You're not running. Oh, yep, I've already figured it out. Zoomed out too much. Lag is bad. Lag is very bad. There we go. Okay, we're back. Where were we doing? Where were we doing? Where were we going? We were going to Lunas. And we were building a log train because he can now come down here, round. That's a bit of a detour around Penhall there. I wonder if we couldn't get a cheeky little goods connection in through here. Well, we'd have to move this and extend this, but we can easily bring him around. Yes, then we've got to go across the... Yeah, we've got to go across the... Oh, no, it's probably just too difficult to send him through the passenger station. Yeah, I know Ship 8 has a void order. That's why he's been scrapped. I probably could reassign him to a different oil rig, but why would I bother? So then after he comes through Stanbridge City, he's going to come out down this track here, like the steel trains do. Come down, get onto the goods line here. And, yeah, head down. That's fine. That's good. Let's find a depot to build him at. I think there's a depot over near the steel mill. There is. And it even connects up to the main line. Isn't that lovely? Let's go to 58 again. I mean, I think it's doing all right. Oh, goody, all those trains are now old. Well done. Okay, so he hasn't been around long enough to not lose money. So, you know, that's going well. Not lose money? That's a double negative, you dummy. Let's go timber wagons again. Let's go 7 tiles because, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. And yeah, let's have him full load up here at the forest, and then we'll deal with the lag as we sort of, actually it's not too bad at this zoom level. It's if I zoom out again like that, that's when it all gets crazy. Then you, sir, will come down here. Hopefully you can pathfind your way there, and then you can just service there if you need to. I'm not too worried about that. And we need you to carry wood as well. Good, so that's one more forest into the network. Now we've just got this one at St. Grading Port, which I reckon we could probably just connect up straight out of the station here. That's probably going to be a pretty simple little thing to do. We'll have to sort of knock down a big chunk of landscape there. Probably knock down too much. We'd better build the station first, though, just in case the town gets pissy, which they all want to do. Where's the buffer stop? There's the buffer stop. Good. Yes, fantastic. Excellent. If I run that in a straight line, I'll smack into some houses. Not literally, because the game will be like, oh, you can't build there, there's a house in the way. And I'll be all like, oh, well, I don't care. Yeah, you know, it's an inner monologue that doesn't come up much. But you know, I don't know why I removed all that land there, because it's just going to tunnel through it anyway. But yeah, that's what happens when I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. So we'll run that track down there like that, and that is A-OK. And when he comes out here, we need him to be able to get across into all platforms, just in case he wants to go around everything. As long as he can get over to this track here, which I'm pretty sure he can. He can come down here, cross over. Yeah, that's fine. So he can get to and from all platforms, just to go around things. Incidentally, if you notice a bit of background noise, that is because the apocalypse is currently working its way through Sydney at the moment. It is absolutely teeming down outside, and there are periods of extreme wind. So if you hear a great screeching, ripping noise, that's probably the roof of my building blowing off, in which case, you know, thanks for the company and blah, 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 blah. Nice knowing you. Cool. Let's go to 58 again because, well, there's not enough empirical evidence to say whether it's a success or a failure, so I'm just going to believe it's a success. Let's go. Why am I building it all the way over? Oh, never mind. Load with wood, please. And if you, sir, could full load at St. Grading Port, and then, whoop, there's a bit of lag there, and if you could just naff off over to the lumber mill like everyone else, that's super duper. And then just have a quick service over here if you need it. Now I've refitted you, he says as he sends him out. Yes, wood. Excellent. Good. Train 12 is getting old. Oh, I haven't been up this part of the world for a while. How are you doing? Well, you're making a lot of money. Hello. Oh, maybe it's time to revisit you guys, because I think you're a type 2? Yeah, okay. And you guys are making massive amounts of cash. Where do you run from? You go from Pesbrook, Abberton, Interchange. Okay, well, that's nowhere near here. That's over here. So you're basically running between these two towns via the cities. Oh, I like you guys. Oh. Let's talk HST, because I really can't be bothered electrifying. That just seems like too much work. We haven't got nearly enough HSTs, and they are awesome trains because, well, we have a, let's say, knockoff version in Australia, and they are really freaking cool. So how big are these stations? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Yeah, that one down there is going to be 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Cool. You're going to be 5 tiles because you're a city, and you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Good. Right, let's get some 5-tile HST action going on. You don't hear that said nearly enough. So if you could copy his orders, please. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it occurs to me we've started them off at the wrong end of the network, so they're all going to try and naff off to the other end. So we'll start you off at Frunbrook Marsh Woods. Stupid name for a town. Oh, that's right. We've got the... where do you come from? And what are you? You're a Type 4. Where do you come from? You come from Broly City via... Good Lord, you go through a lot of stations as well. Oh, are you just the Type 4 that we're trialling on this line? I think you are, because I'm thinking, I swear they're all Type 3s on that line. You are not doing very well for yourself. Let's see how the Sprinter's doing. The Sprinter is not doing very well either. Cool. That's good to know. That's not the desired result. I kind of thought one of them would be doing okay and the other one would be doing badly. We'll start all them off as well. How are you doing? You're carrying full load of passengers and plenty of mail. So that's nice. And then we'll just knock off the trains that you're replacing. So let's find them. There they are. So you guys, when you make your way to a depot, that'll be curtains for you. Thank you and good night. I forgot we've also got the trial HST still running around. We sort of set that one up and forgot about it, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, well. When you come due for a replacement, I don't think we'll be doing much with you. Just because you're a weird orphan route. You've just got the one... Yeah, you're not sharing your orders with anything. You were just a random line I set up for the sake of testing the train. And massive success. Look at this gorgeous beauty. Yeah, that's right. You stop at the station and pick up all the people. So far you've lost me 26 grand. Do better, please. Not asking much. Just, don't hemorrhage money. Oh, look, here comes another one. And I'm pretty sure this one's trying to go straight to the end of the line. Yes, because I forgot to rejig the orders. Well, you've made 5 grand. That's better than nothing, I guess. But yes, anyway, so which train are you? What am I looking at you for? Oh, you're the one I'm getting rid of. You've been replaced. Okay, cool. So yeah, the trial train's not doing so well on this line. Let's compare them to everyone else. So you guys doing appallingly. Most of them are making at least a small modicum of success. So that's disappointing. Maybe we should electrify. What's the running cost of an electric train versus a diesel train? So we're looking at, say, an AL6. You're 142 grand a year to run versus 157. Okay, so you're a little bit cheaper. What do we have in the way of multiple units? You're a mail. Oh, that's right. We're going to set up that mail route last time when that thing was available. Also, someone just invented something else. The 91? Oh, no, the 66. That's another freight engine. Good thing we didn't accept that for passengers. Yes, weren't we going to set up a mail route along this line here? Yes, because we had a lot of mail, and we're going to use that cool multiple unity thing. You're the all stations. Yes, and you guys are all making great amounts of money. So let's give you some friends. Who doesn't like friend trains? So let's go this thing. It is an overhead wire train, so that's good. And it is a mail. I think it defaults to mail. 60 bags of mail. Yes, good. What's your top speed, sir? It is 160. Good. So we can just put the normal mail carriages on there. Let's put a 6-car train on there, just for argument's sake. And if you could share his orders, and I've started you off at the wrong end of the line, Broly City, and we'll get 2 of them. I don't want to go too hard too fast. That's something that was said. And you, sir, can also start at Broly City, and hopefully these guys will make a lot of money as well. The Turbo Star. We might have a third contender in the trial race thingy for the line we just built. Well, we didn't build the line. We just tried to build a new train for it. So where's a station on this line? Garwich, that'll do. Yeah, so you guys are doing appallingly, and I hate you. So let's have a look at this Turbo Star thingy. That sounds like a multiple unit I can get behind. It's got a good name. Let's have a look. Where are you? Turbo Star. Suitable for passenger. Well, that's kind of what we're going for. So same number of passengers as an express sprinter. Costs a hell of a lot more to run. Losing interest. Same top speed. Oh no, better top speed. 160 k's an hour. Yeah, okay. Let's try it. I bet you're going to be prissy and demand the high-speed carriage. You are. I want the high-speed carriage, aren't you? Yeah, disappointingly, this is another multiple unit that I'm going to have to sort of double up on. Unless we just run a lot of trains and have them 4 cars. That's another option. Because then we're not running a bigger train, so it's not losing as much money. But I guess it's not carrying as much either. Yes, okay. Ooh, now there's a 67. Let's try that as well. What does that do? That's express passenger and goods. Right, okay, good. Okay, let's just send you out as well. You can trial as well. Off you go. And then we'll try a 67 as well, because we'll just trial everything, really. So we wanted 4-tile trains, didn't we? Yes, probably don't need the extra mail carriage. We'll go the extra passenger carriage, and we'll send you out as well. We may have found our replacement for the Type 4s in the world if the 67 takes off. So yeah, we'll try this little 4-car bugger, and we'll check back in to see. Oh, why did I close that window? I needed to see what all the trains are doing. So this is the order set of our trial trains. You know, admittedly, the 2 existing ones are doing quite poorly, so we can probably just send them off for scrap now. And we'll check back in and see how the new 2 are going as well. Okay, so you've finally entered into profit territory. You are carrying a full load of people. How are you not making money? You know, admittedly doing it at 140 k's an hour, but you know, I get the feeling you should be doing a lot better than you are. I mean, the pokey little trains are doing better. See this guy here. He's not doing much better, but he's doing better. Is it because you're carrying mail as well? Mail is definitely a good way to make money in this game. You literally dropped off nobody. Maybe that's why. Okay. Either way, yeah, we'll deem that a failure and get rid of these trains here. So where's your depot? Do you have a depot? I bet you don't. Everything's got to be difficult. Okay, so that, and then of course you will. We need you to stop sharing. Stop sharing. And we need you to stop when you get to the depot. And likewise for you, we need you to actually, before we stop sharing, we should probably make that a service order so that everyone doesn't try and do that. Now you stop sharing, and then we'll change that to a stop as well. But yeah, sorry, as I was about to say earlier, in our next game we will have dedicated mail routes set up because now I know the power of mail trains. They just make awesome amounts of money. So these guys have all been replaced by HSTs, so we can chop them up into little bits of train. Why do you accept grain? It's because this showed up. Does that interest me? I mean, there is a farm right here. It's not a very good farm, but it's a farm. We could transport grain just over there by truck, just for a little bit of extra money. And in fact, our bank balance has slipped with all the new buildings we've been... All the new trains we've been building. So it probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. I don't know why I said that in a weird voice. And that as well. And the next phrase as well. Yeah, so we'll get that set up there. In fact, that's actually going right over the top of the old coal mine. Oh, there's the old siding there that I, for some reason, forgot to finish getting rid of. I can't remember why. I just phoned it in, I guess. Let's build a nice modern concrete bridge. Disappointingly, the roads don't seem to work with the bridge set, or the bridge set doesn't work with the roads. Or again, something I'll investigate for the next game to make sure it looks a bit nicer. Let's just run that road down there for the sake of connections. Do we have a road vehicle depot literally anywhere around here? I know we had a tram depot up here, and the joke was we got rid of the trams because this city wasn't very big. Cool. But yeah, so I guess we'll just build a new road vehicle depot down here. Nice modern fellow that it is. So let's have a look. We need something to haul grain. That would be an open hopper? Yes. Very good. Let's just go this big bendy bugger here. the big bendy bugger. Yeah, we'll go grain, 61 tonne. We probably only need the one truck if I want to be brutally honest, because by the time he comes back, there probably won't be a full load there. So we'll just see how we go with one. All these industries have very low production, except that coal mine, that's normal. But, you know, the other industries, very low production. I trained 41. I think you're pulling my leg, mate. I think you're doing all right. I think you're fine. Yeah, coming down to this junction and straight through. Why? What's wrong with this track? Why do you have to go to this one for? Good to see the clay pit that I need to close is still holding on. You know, the one over here that we were using, gone. This one here, nope, still holding on. Because one day I will get my quad tracks in there. Just not for a while. Is anything using this line here, I wonder? Because we had the coal train that was coming in from the mine up here. And then obviously that closed. So I don't think anything actually uses this connection here. Because I mean, I'm thinking, obviously, do we integrate this junction when we quad track, or do we just sort of bypass it completely? Oh, this is nice synchronized train running. Although one of you's, yeah, I was going to say, one of you's going to run out of wires in a minute and have to wait. Why are you waiting all the way? Oh, they're not path signals. Oh, silly me. Wonder how many trains have been delayed by that. There we go. That's better. But yes, as I was saying, you will run out of your second track there, so you'll have to merge across. And you did. But you were already held up, so you're not getting held up any more than, you know, normal. Let's find another industry to connect. I'm feeling industrial today. We've since connected up those forests. We've got this farm over here, which is lackluster in production, of course. We've got plenty of oil rigs. Don't really want to do much with them. I can't find a convenient oil refinery to work with. Boy, there's a lot of oil in this area. What do we got here? We got a brickworks here. We're doing stuff with the brickworks down here, though. I think we've sort of connected up all the industries that are really viable, unless we start trying to find coal to take to power stations, because we have an abundance of coal around. This map is just rich in coal and, well, to be honest, nothing else. Yeah, nothing really going on up here. We've got a few industries around here. We've got the farm here we're getting the grain out of. Certainly not going to try getting livestock out of there. That would be getting blood out of a stone level of pain in the arseness. We've got a gravel pit here, which we'd sort of want to get a brickworks and a clay pit going for that. These gravel pits here we gave up on because obviously the engineers' yards kept closing. No, I think we've sort of connected up all the industries that we can, reasonably anyway. Now we're doing that forest there over to the sawmill. You are a completely useless farm. Yeah, it's very disappointing. I like having my freight trains, and yeah, this game hasn't really delivered. Oh, good, Penhall Central, except coal. We should send in more coal then. There's just coal everywhere. We've got coal here. We've got this coal mine we're not using. We've got coal. There was a coal mine up here somewhere. I don't know where it went. Probably closed. We got. Actually, we haven't looked at the island. What does the island have in the way of industries? Another forest. Okay. Obviously, we're taking the iron ore out. We gave up on the gravel. We've got a clay pit there. Do we have a brickworks to do anything with? No. Okay, so the island's not looking good either. We kind of forgot to remove all of the infrastructure associated with that engineer's yard, but it's there. Ship 9 is lost. Where's Ship 9 trying to go? Aberwell Docks. Isn't that just there? Yep. See, you're on the right path there, buddy. You'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the island is disappointing too, apart from a forest, but we don't really have a sawmill to connect it up to. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Got a brickworks here, and we've got a clay pit. Where was it? Down here. And road vehicle 17's getting on, but I don't care. Well, there goes Freenington sawmill. Don't think we're using that one. 36 tonne of clay, so we could run a train sort of up here, around a bit of a Y junction here, and out along this peninsula / islandy thing here. It's a thing we could connect up, I guess. And I'm going to do it because I'm running out of things to do, which is very disappointing. I guess, if we do run out of things to do, we'll just try and connect up more and more industries. Not industry, sorry, more and more towns to each other in a more direct fashion, so people stop having to go around the sun to meet the moon. And we might even try planes again. No, who am I kidding? I'm not that stupid. That just did not work at all. So let's see, path there, and we'll just get rid of these. Well, that's pretty much it for duplicate signals. Good. So he can run up here, run down here, and then when he gets to the junction here, we can split him off. We'll just sort of scooch this signal down a couple of tiles and split him off like that. And then we'll get rid of this signal here, bring him across like this, and we'll move this sort of crossover up a bit. That's better there. And then we'll just chuck a signal down there and there just to help the sprinters get out of the way of the main bit of the station. And then we'll obviously need to double track a little bit of this because it's not really long enough to have a freight train pass as it stands now. So get rid of that bit of track there and drop in a couple of new signals. Fantastic. That should be fine there. Yeah, you can come across here and come way down here. He comes across here. We've got the existing passing lane there. That's doing good work. Now, what do you think of me, Donderberg Bay? Appalling. So, Buckley's and Nunn are getting a station in there, so that was a fun expedition I'm glad we embarked upon. Yep. Just a complete waste of time that was. Don't have any brickworks over here, do we? No, they've all closed. Of course. Okay. Well, you lost 114 grand last year, fella. Well, you're going to make a delivery pretty soon, and then you will be a hero and a saviour to all. Hopefully. Once this bloke gets out of the way. Come on. You're not doing too bad. What are you, the lumber train? Yeah, you're just shuttling back and forth. You're doing good work as well. That's excellent. We've got some iron ore coming in by ship. Yeah, okay. So as that industry plan, complete swing and a miss there, I think it's time we start making more passenger connections. I mean, we shied away from going over hills and through valleys initially because of the expense and the earthworking and the blah-de-blah-de-blah. Did I end up putting a buffer stop down here? Sorry, I get distracted very easily, like ridiculously easily. That was not how that was meant to go. That is, though. Wunderbar. Yeah, so for example, Broly City, to get up to this part of the world here, you've got to come all the way around in a big circle. Maybe it's time to put a direct route in, maybe straight to Aberton, because that is one of our big hubs, or even just up here to Avonlow. I mean, we've got the money, we've got the modern rolling stock. We can do this. What other connections are lacking? I mean, Broly City over to Gardingway. Currently, you've got to go up to South Windberg and change. Sootington or Treeside Slopes to Gardingway, you've got to change at Trundon or up there. Ooh, Electrostar. I'm not looking at building any new electric trains at the moment, but thanks for thinking of me. What other connections do we not have? I mean, Trundon to Phoenix City. That's another one we could set up. Phoenix City across to New Treeside. I think that was one we flagged right at the start of the game, actually. In fact, we've still got the junction in for it. So probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and chuck a couple of trains on that because we've already got the route set up anyway. Let's have a look. What are we looking for? We're looking for electrics. They're diesels, dummy. I just turned down that electric train and then went and tried to build an electric train. So that was good on me. So we'll go the what is this thing? The Brel again. Yeah, that's a thing that exists. So yeah, we've double tracked it the whole way, so it should be fine. All you guys are running the same orders, aren't you? What's that? 8 trains, 8 vehicles. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Good. So what we'll do is we'll just run him from Phoenix City up to New Treeside and then down to Feedale Point that way, and just see how he goes, because it'll probably be good extra capacity on both lines, because people won't be coming up here to Great Lesningham to change because they'll be able to go direct, and it'll obviously help people going between these stations as well. Because they won't have to wait for the 8 trains, because there'll be 12 trains available. So you can go down there to terminate, add that depot in just in case, and then you can retrace your steps as well. Good. So that should be a reasonably, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be a reasonably cheap way to connect up a few more towns, because I mean, how many people are you carrying? Yeah, you're full. All of our trains seem to be running at capacity now, so any extra capacity we can provide, even if it's not the most direct route. I'm pretty sure when we built it originally, we were considering a line that went around this way. Even if I didn't articulate it, I was considering it. But it's probably just easy to use the existing tracks. And yeah, as I said, it'll reduce pressure on the Great Lesningham to Phoenix City corridor and the Great Lesningham to New Treeside corridor. In fact, we can actually look at the corridor by bringing the map up and looking at the cargoes. So passengers, I don't know what colour that is. I'm assuming it's saturated. I don't know what black is. White, yeah. So obviously no one's using this corridor yet. But yeah, see, these corridors here could use a bit of relief anyway. So hopefully that helps things out. We'll see how we go. Train 106 is... Just wait till the end of the episode there, Chief. I'll replace you then. So we probably should rejig this station slightly as well. It's a bit inefficient having the junction all the way up this end. But of course, that's a throwback to when we used to use this power station. And just as an aside, I would like to point out that this power station has been with us since day one. Yet other, industries that will remain nameless managed to close down 2 months after opening. But, you power station. You're the thing that started our company off, and I'm very proud of you for hanging in. But yeah, what's another cross-country connection we can build? We could really have a line from Broly City that comes down through Suningdon with the third rail, and then branch off at Suningdon to come down around here, hit up Plesbrook Interchange, hit up Treeside Slopes, and then come up to Gardingway. Or we could try and build a new line up to the other side of Suningdon, and then sort of shoot off to Gardingway that way. Although Gardingway is not really that big of a town. Maybe we just put buses in. There are a lot of people waiting here. But that might be an option, because it is easy to build roads through landscape like this. Let's try that out. We've already got the bus stop in Suningdon. Let's build a bus stop down here in Treeside Slopes at the station. Let's just see where this takes us. It's something new. We've got fast modern buses, and if they lose money, well, it's not like the other bus routes aren't already losing us money. They are. It's really bad. I hate buses. It would help if I actually connected that up properly. And this also looks like somewhere where they would put a road up through this mountain pass here. So, realism and such. Yeah. I am strongly considering turning off passenger destinations for the next game, just because, I don't know, it's nice to have the passengers having actual destinations, but I just don't know if it's working for me, because I like to build a realistic, visually attractive network. And I just don't think passenger destinations really make that possible. I should probably build a bus stop in over here before I get too excited destroying trees. Attach that to the station. They can just walk, lazy sods, and put it sort of around the block thing so they can do a bit of a U-turn there. And then, yeah, we'll just we'll cheeky our way up this hill here and just knock that down. Yeah, that was an easy way to get through. And then come down here, and that didn't line up at all. Good work, me. Doodly diddly dee. And what just closed down? Brobridge Sawmill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we weren't using that. Train 108, get in line. Good. Okay, so we've got potential routes from Suningdon and Treeside Slopes up to Gardingway here. So we just need some sort of road vehicle depot for that, which we can drop on the outskirts of Treeside Slopes. And then we need to look at, do we want to go the Senior Cruiser coach? What's that, 96 k's an hour? The Firewood coach is 120 k's an hour. It's almost as fast as a train. Yeah, definitely don't want to go the Bendy bus. That's definitely an in within the city sort of route. I am tempted to put a bus stop on the outskirts of town, but I know we'll just have a lot of people going between the station and that on the coach, so I sort of want to avoid that. So I'll set you up. You can go from Treeside Slopes. Oh, overtaking in progress. Pick it up. You're running out of track there, HST. The system works. Yeah, so go to Treeside Slopes. I get so easily distracted. And then up to Gardingway, please. And that's your depot there that you belong to. And let's go with 4 for starters. See how that goes for us. And then we'll do the same thing from Suningdon up to Gardingway. And then, yeah, we'll just tie you to this depot down here. 120 k's an hour. It's not going to take you long. So 4. And do we want to have a bus route from Treeside Slopes to Suningdon? I mean, on one hand, there's no direct service because the trains that used to go up to Suningdon now bypass and go straight through to Broly City. But on the other hand, they can get off at... Oh, they can't get off at Placebrook Interchange, actually. They have to go to Broly City and change. Oh, didn't think of that. Because, yeah, obviously we peeled off this line over to Placebrook Valley because Placebrook Interchange was getting too sort of messy. Well, no, built 2. Didn't mean to build 2. So, yeah, let's go ahead and chuck a bus route in here and see how that goes as well. Incidentally, this is one of the things I really like about Transport Fever is the setting up of the lines, because we would instantly be able to see if a line was making a profit or not, as opposed to individual vehicles. But, you know, that's it's just, you know, apples and oranges, because they're obviously very different games, and OpenTTD has its roots in a 90s sort of DOS game. So obviously things like that were not possible at the time. And I love that OpenTTD stays true to tradition. I mean, I've had a couple of people comment in my videos that I'm not using the more modern graphics. You know what? Fair. Some people love it, but for me, it's always going to be these classic graphics for me. In fact, I just found out today that Peekabird, David Dallaston, has started developing a sequel to the UK Railway set. With slightly more refined graphics again. So I'll have to have a look and see how that looks, because I've always liked his art style. It's always been a favourite of mine. And I don't think he's going with the hyper modern, you know, fish out of water type graphics. I think it's sort of a continuation of this style, which is just fantastic. But yeah, so let's see, where are you off to? Have you already been up to Guarding Way and come back again? I'm looking at the wrong vehicle. Yeah, okay, so you are... No, I was trying to look at the vehicle that was going from Treeside Slopes to Suningdon, but I've lost him. And there he is. Completely empty. So far, so good. Hopefully people will start using that route. So far, no one. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted no one to use the bus route because I thought, you know what, I'll just build some buses for the sake of losing money. Yeah, big thumbs up for that. Come on. No, it's probably just taking a little while for the game to generate the passengers. Obviously, not all the passengers at this station would be coming from Treeside Slopes, because some of them would be changing from a train from, say, Trundon to get over to Suningdon, or vice versa. So let's just keep checking. Nope. So far everyone wants to go. Let's actually find people trying to go to Guarding Way. See what route they want to take. No one. And no one. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we've basically set up a route for customers that don't exist. Awesome. And in typical bus fashion, all of our buses are jammed up. Something I do want to try is the autofill timetable option. So let's just see if that helps. What does that? I'm assuming I can just hit autofill, and they will space themselves out a little bit better than they are now. But I'm not really sure. Ooh, new brewery under construction. Near Placebrook. Well, that's just an inconvenient place to put it, isn't it? There is a farm up here, though, which produces 6 tons of grain. So, yeah, that brewery's not long for this world. Good on you for having a go, but, yeah, you're probably not going to last. Oh, what's this thing? New clay pit. Oh, that's definitely a location that they've put a clay pit. I mean, good for Bodstow Island. Can't see that getting used at all. Was this farm any good? 81 tonne of grain. Okay. There might be some merit in finishing off today with a route from here over to this brewery over here at Placebrook. Not sure how we'd get there using existing tracks, though. Not sure I'm motivated enough to build a dedicated line. We could use the third rail line. That basically takes us there. It's just a bit of a long way. If we did build this line, would there be anything else we want to put on there? That's my main sort of deciding factor. We could have passengers go from Tillythwaite over to Placebrook directly too. That might be something we want to look at, because again, we've got a lot of people here. Most of them actually want to go in a ferry though. Tretchester. Which way is Tretchester? Down there. Okay. I reckon that's how we finish today. I don't know where any of these places are. A lot of you want to go to Tretchester itself, so the new line probably won't help there. There goes New Treeside Brewery. So, didn't even know that existed. Phoenix Freight Port now accepts livestock. Well, that's new. Does that help me at all? No, there's no farms within Kui of that. There is a clay pit here, though. That's definitely popped up at some point. Yes, we'll hook that into the existing freight network to finish off, I reckon. That's a good way to round things off, because we can get another industry connected up, because, I'm a big fan of the industries. I yacked about it at length for, a few minutes before. And it's a nice, simple, easy goal. So, we'll connect you up like that. And, of course, we need to even out this hill, because that just looks a bit silly. There we go. And connect that up like that. And then chuck a signal in there, and then drop a pathy in there. A pathy, that's a new hip abbreviation for path-based signal. That's right, just dropping a pathy, throwing a pathy down. Hey mate, you up for a pathy later? Yeah, that's how we talk now. It's the lingo. We'll probably go with a cheap diesel again. Let's see. We don't really want to go with a big, expensive, heavy freight for nearly $1 million. So show me. Do you want to go Type 3? Even that's probably overkill. I do like the Type 1. The Type 1 always delivers. Literally, in this case, it's going to deliver clay. And then I think we've got to go the MGR hopper. Oh, we can put it in a covered hopper as well. 96 k's now, 144. Oh, we can put it in a poly bulk hopper. It's 100. Okay, let's try to get something that can do 144 k's now, which I think is the Type 3. Okay, and let's. I didn't notice that. I thought that was just for grain, but no, it can carry clay. Let's just go with a 4-tile train. Yeah, 182 ton of clay. It's probably going to be overkill. And yeah, let's just send him out and see how he does. Because yeah, that thing's producing 32 ton of clay. So yeah, definitely overkill. Let's actually knock off a couple of hoppers from that train. Keep it nice and short. So hopefully it can actually make a delivery more than once a decade. Yeah, aren't you a pretty little engine? I've always liked the shape of these things with the little nose. And yeah, see how the poly bulk hoppers go. So they're 26 ton of clay each. What have we got on this one? MGR hoppers. They're 20 ton of clay. So not much of a difference, but the higher top speed will help, because he can max out at 128. Okay, so we probably should have built a faster diesel for that one. What did we build? The Type 3. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Probably could have gotten away with the Type 4 for that one. But then again, it's expensive. Zoomed out too much. Lag town. Whoops, daisy. But yeah, before we go, I just want to have a quick squizzy at our trial trains, because, I kind of want to start off by replacing some of the trains on this route. And they're both hemorrhaging money as well. I really don't see any solution to this line. I don't know what and they're even starting to get old too. Oh dear. Yeah. So the Turbo Star is losing 55 grand last year, and the class, 67, 68, 67, lost me the same amount. How are we going to make that line profitable? Maybe we have to split it up. We might have to put in an intercity line between... Oh, I zoomed out too much and it's getting laggy again. Yeah, so we might have to get a line going from Stanbridge City more directly over to Pesbrook, and then have people change for sort of this part of the world up here. So I don't know what to do about that. Why did I do? No, then that's just the trials. Okay, I wanted to look at all the trains available. Yeah, so these two here, these were an embarrassment. So we're going to chop them up. But yeah, even the two trials not doing so great. What was that new electric train we had? That was because it might be worth electrifying to bring the cost down. That's an Electrostar. That does look like a bit of a commuter train though. Design 2000. Is it really 2000? Oh, we've missed Y2K and everything. Okay. Look, I might just sit on this line for a little while. I know we've got the Pendolino coming out soon. I think that's the diesel version. Or is it the Voyager? I don't know. We've got the thing that Virgin built. We've got that coming out that we can run on the diesel line. So it might be worth just waiting, letting our trains sort of age for a bit and then using them on this line. Oh, look, new colour schemes for everyone too. Aren't they pretty? Oh, I do like them. We should have electrified more. That's what we'll do next time. We'll electrify more stuff. But I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to go have dinner. I have no idea how long this episode is, so either thanks for enduring it, or sorry it's been a bit shorter than normal. Just delete whichever bit's not appropriate. But I would like to thank you for watching. This has been, as always, OpenTTD with the UK Railway Set. I've been T-Nick, and I look forward to your company again next week. Later days.